You said bye-bye. You said bye-bye. Super impromptu cyclocross race. Jove let me borrow his bike, and we're gonna go pick it up right now. No batteries charged, nothing. I'm not ready for this, but let's just do it. Okay, we made it. We're here at the cyclocross race. It is been a crazy hour and a half trying to find a bike. I literally rolled up to a cyclocross race without a cyclocross bike. We're in the new van. Van life, bro. I'm so frazzled. We have 10 minutes, and I can't even begin to tell you how crazy it was to get a bike. But Jason Nearn, he's a legend. I'd roll up, I was like, dude, I don't have a bike. I'm trying to race. And he was like, well, I've got 10 in my garage. So we're doing it. We're racing the A's though. Gonna get smashed. Ugh. Okay, so that's the bike. That's the bike we're running. Again, dude, Jason Nearn is a legend. He helped me. I feel like a total doucher rolling up to a race with no bike, but I had a text from Jove early morning, 4 in the morning. He was like, hey, you can borrow my bike and just call my wife in the morning. And so I kind of just jumped in the car and jammed down as soon as I could, and I couldn't get a hold of her at all. I still haven't been able to get a hold of her. It's like her phone is off. And so I got here expecting I was going to be able to pick up a bike with no bike. I have no bike. So, getting to a cyclocross race with no bike and just expecting other people to support you or help you is a total douche move, okay? I get it. But on the other hand, our community is so awesome that it's like I can just roll up and the first guy I see is like, hey man, I'll let you borrow a bike. I'm so excited, dude. All right, let's go see the course. Dude, I've never ridden this course before. Okay, dude, and we're racing in the t-shirt because cyclocross is supposed to be fun. Actually, I need to maybe ride this bike a little bit just to make sure that it fits at all. Whew, talk about flying by the seat of your pants, bro. All right, let's race.
What's up, dude?
Bro, I don't know. I rode it from there to here.
Dude, go!
Hey, so I'm just going to talk through some of this because the GoPro footage is kind of nuts. Now, look at John. He took this sneaker line right here, and I've never been on this course. And these guys, their skill level is way better than mine. So what I'm needing to try to do is be as close to them as possible so that I can learn these lines and learn the fast ways through the course, just like what I just showed right there. I mean, that was such a game-changing line that I was able to see lap 1. Now, this course definitely favors the power over the skill. It is not as technical as a lot of cyclocross races out there, and the weather was good, so it's not muddy. I mean, look, my fitness is just on point right now, which is great. But these guys have way more skill than I do, so that's my goal right now, is to stay as close to them as possible to try to learn. Not only the course, but I gotta learn the bike. And this is a borrowed bike. I've been riding a lot of mountain bike, and so I'm a little more comfortable, but dude, cyclocross is just straight up awkward. It's a road bike on the dirt, right? So it takes a little bit to sort of refamiliarize yourself with cyclocross. And, again, I've never been on this course. I've raced in this area a couple times before, like years ago. But still, this configuration, I'm not really that familiar with. We come over the first barriers. This is lap 1. And I know that a lot of people probably bunny hop those things. I cannot bunny hop those things. Those guys weren't either, but still, getting over those barriers, finding out the lines, and man, these guys they're just burning me, dude. And I'm like, I'm really freaking out, because if I lose sight of them, I'm going to just be all power and no skill, and I probably am not going to ever see them again, to be honest. But also, I need to not wreck. If I wreck, then I'm going to lose, 30 seconds to a minute, which I'm not going to be able to make up, no matter how fit I am. And so they're kind of ditching me, and the whole goal right now is to be on their wheel, to learn the lines, to find out where I can make up some time. Because if they're going into a turn fast, I know I can go into a turn just as fast. Right there, top right, you can see the new van. What? Van life. I love my van. Anyway, these turns right here, these like off camber, like slow turns, man, I don't know, dude. They throw me through a loop. I'm not very comfortable with the dirt. Also is very dry and it's very hard packed, so it's very easy to kind of lose traction. But there are some spots on this course that are just full on power sections where you can just really get on the pedals. This is more technical, and honestly, the course is really long. It was way longer than I had expected. The race is an hour. This is the A's, right? So I signed up for the hardest division. There's A, B, and C. I signed up for the A's, so I don't really have any excuses that I can give, right? I'm not sandbagging. Here's the little stairs, getting over that. And anyway, there's obviously not that many people signed up for the race, and it's a local thing. But still, I signed up for the best one that I could, right? I thought I was going to just get totally smashed. And so I'm actually pretty surprised at how close I'm staying to these guys. But this section right here, dude, I'm able to do 400, 500 watts. And I was able to close down the gap on John here. And so then I'm sort of thinking, well, what do I want to do? Do I want to pass him right away? Or do I want to take maybe a lap now that I'm right on his wheel to sort of learn the lines and learn the fast ways through the course? And that's what I do, right? I stuck on his wheel pretty much this entire lap to sort of learn how to race this thing. Because he had some good lines. He's raced this course before, and he's a new dad ish, right? So I know that he's not training super hard, John, the guy right in front of me, but he's definitely has more bike handling skills than I do. So again, I'm kind of riding a little bit above my head right now to just stay as close to him as possible so that I can see this stuff. Like this line right here, dude, without him showing me this, I would have been going the other way. I'd have been going the longer way, and I would have probably lost a lot of time there. So it was really good, really beneficial for me to just kind of stick to his wheel. But man, there's this back section. I'm able to just pretty much unleash the beast and just go as fast and as hard as I can, leveraging my strength, right? Which is right now is my power. And so I'm on his wheel, and we're going into the tighter section, and I can see Jason sort of gapping us, and I sort of think like, man, I want to jump on Jason's wheel and learn the lines from him as soon as possible. So I passed John, and then this whole next lap, I think it maybe took me a lap or two to actually catch up to Jason. And I know with the GoPro staring straight at the ground, you can't see Jason, but he's right up there, and I'm trying to bridge to him before we get to the technical section. So I was kind of like full gas right there. And I do, man. I kind of make it. I bring him into sight. It was just really crazy how much power I had to put out. If I messed up a turn and I didn't go through it that well, or I hit my brakes, just having to hit 300 to 400 watts for a significant amount of time just to make up that mistake. And so if you do, if you're always constantly making mistakes, there's a point where you're going to just run out of power. There's no way you can cover all that. And so I'm really trying to watch him, like right here. Dude, these sections are my kryptonite, but I'm watching him. I'm following him the best I can and allowing for myself to sort of, take the same lines and at the same speed. He was smashing me on these two sections, the stair section, and there's like another steep, like little 180. I mean, dude, look at me. I'm just standing there like a fool, right? So I was having to sprint up the stairs, and I probably about halfway through the race, I was maxed out. I mean, I was really going hard, but right here, I'm on his wheel, and again, I'm thinking just like I was when I was on John's wheel. I was thinking, do I pass right now, or do I try to hang on his wheel and learn the lines a little bit better? Do I get more comfortable? Because obviously, dude, every lap I'm so much more comfortable than the last lap. Just learning the bike and learning the course, right? That makes a huge, huge difference. But right here, dude, he pours it on. Just start like railing that like a berm. And so I know that he's trying to flick me and trying to get me off the wheel. So I'm just doing my best to stay there. And we hit this back section, and I don't know, dude, I was ready. I was ready to go. And so I take off. But now I got to really put the hammer down. But we're going into a technical section. And so I couldn't really put a lot of power down to gap him, right? And dude, he was just right on my wheel. And I'm thinking he's probably going to just stay on my wheel to the end. And maybe he'll pass me in the technical section and nab me. So, out of these little turns, I was just railing. Like right here, dude, I don't know why this section was so hard for me. He almost passes me, right? And so then we get onto the one of two power sections, which right here, I just lighted up, poured on, and I gapped him. I got a little bit of a gap on him. But again, he is way better than me in the technical sections, and obviously I can now, he's not in my draft, so I can sort of make up some time in the power. So from here on, dude, it was just full gas and trying to not wreck.
Everyone gets the flag after timing, so you don't want to do one more lap. You can just kind of stop. All right, one more. Hurry, Robert CYCLOCROSS. And the winner, Tyler Pierce, winning this one. He had to really. And finishing up.
Woo, boys! Hell yeah, boys. That was fun. That was very fun. It took me a good while to figure that course out. But once I did, it was super dope. Do you live around here?
I do. I live a mile down the road.
Wow.
I'm in here all the time.
Nice, man.
I took my recovery food down.
Oh, nice recovery.
The whole box of them over there.
Again, this is the B man leaving first. Tyler Pierce. Congratulations to Tyler tearing it up. Tyler Pierce winning the main race, A main race.
Hold on a second, guys.
Good job.
Guys, thank you so
Jason
much.
Nearn staying on his wheel for most of the laps, and John Stewart.
Thank you so much.
They finished pretty close.
This is Rappo. Do you know Rappo?
Yeah.
He's the sponsor of your
All
that
right.
premium
20, 30, 50
Awesome.
for the winners.
Good, thank you.
Money.
You're welcome.
That's a
Way
great
to go.
program right
Thank you,
there, man.
Zavoy
Thank you very
Insurance,
much.
For all your insurance.
Bro, $50 for the W? I'm gonna take my wife out to the movies right now. I'm gonna ball out of my wife. I'm very happy. Boom. There was an awesome day. That was a super awesome day. Real impromptu. Just jam out there and do cyclocross real quick. We got back from our day, because when you're day, because when you're a super parent, you don't really have time to do that at night. How did you like the movie? We watched Freddie Mercury.
It's Bohemian Rhapsody is what it's called, but it was good.
Oh yeah.
4 out of 5.
4 out of 5. I was left craving more of a story, but it was good, man. It was a good movie, and I really got it. I don't get a lot of time to spend just one-on-one with the babe, because of our super annoying kids. But it was really nice to sit with her in the movie theater. So, dude. And then I know the GoPro footage was a nightmare, dude. I threw on my helmet last minute. I didn't get to test it out, and so you just you see dirt, and that's it. But it is what it is. Better than nothing, and a win is a win. A win is a win. As always, Vegan Cyclist. Yeah!